you guys like this tea? This is the Lipton citrus, the green tea citrus. This shit is so fucking good. I can drink like a whole big pack of those, no problem. They're so fucking good. But I hope you guys are doing great and well and wonderful and are being sexy. I have been wanting to do like a haul every time I go to the bookstore, and then I forget, and then I read the books, and then I feel kind of like I'm cheating on you in a way. Like I'm not, it's not really a haul because I've read it, like it's not new to me. So I figure, I just recently went to the bookstore to get some new books, and I figured, why don't I just do like a cumulative book haul from all the books that I bought this year? Because yeah, and if you guys are interested in a book review, like book reviews for all these, let me know. I would love to do that. Keep in mind though, you guys know I'm really fucking stupid and low-key illiterate as fuck. So sometimes I feel like my reviews aren't the best reviews just because I definitely have shit go over my head, but I try to like watch or read other people's reviews to make sure I'm not missing stuff, and maybe that's why I didn't like the book, because like I just miss shit. So yeah. Also, sorry for my hair. I look insane. It's like super humid out right now. Do you like my shirt? That's what she said. I thrifted this like forever ago. But anyway, so let's just jump on into it. I'm missing a book because I already lent one to my friend because it was really good. It was the first book I read of the year, and it was a 5-star for me. It was, I don't know, it had multiple authors, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. It was called Never Whistle at Night, and it's an anthology, so it has like a bunch of short stories, and they're either about or written by, I think they're all about and written by indigenous like Americans, specifically like North American indigenous peoples, and it was really well done. Like I liked the selection of the stories. I really enjoyed the different content they did because it wasn't just folklore, which is what I was expecting. Lots of more modern horror elements, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done. That was a 5 out of 5 for me. Sorry, I don't have that book to show you. It's a really cool cover, but one of my best friends has it right now. So we'll skip that book and go into the second book I read this year, which is The Starving Saints by Caitlin Starling. Look how cool this cover is, by the way. I love the pop-up pink. I think it looks so cool on my bookshelf. So I had never heard of Caitlin Starling. She apparently has some other books that are supposed to be pretty good. It is The Death of Jane Lawrence and The Luminous Dead. I think I'm gonna have to put those on my reading list because they sound pretty interesting. But The Starving Saints is a historical fiction book. I don't want to just like read you the inside, mainly because I can't read out loud very well. I was like, one of my mail videos, somebody put like Max versus reading challenge or something like that. That shit had me fucking dead as fuck. Dude, I was one of those kids, like when we did popcorn reading, I'd like reread, like I'd do like the math on what paragraph I'd read, and I'd have to like read it 20 times before I could say it like correctly. It's because I have like really bad dyslexia, so if you're like wondering why the fuck I can't read, that's why. But I love reading. It just takes me like a few times to like fully grasp it. But yeah, I love this book. This is a 5 out of 5 for me. I thought it was really good. It is a horror book. You'll find most of the books that I show you guys today. It's along the lines of horror or sci-fi. That's normally what perks my interest the most. But if you guys have book recommendations, it doesn't even matter if they're fiction or not. Let me know. I love just kind of exploring different like genres and storylines. So yeah, but this is a horror. This focuses on cannibalism. It's not gory though. It definitely has some visuals to it, but it's not in a like I'm clutching my pearls type of way. I thought it was really done well, really well written. And something that I really liked about this book is that are queer characters in it, and it's not like a, oh, because this is back in the day, this is so fucking illegal, like ew type of shit. Like, it's just gay people are there, and I like that. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I'm really glad that this is one of the first ones that I read, because I'm about to jump into this next book. I think if I'd flip-flopped them, I would have not been doing so good on my like New Year's resolution to read more, because I wanted to try and read at least one book a month. And like this made me so excited to read again. Like I really enjoyed this book. This next book, this is You Weren't Meant to Be Human by Andrew Joseph White. Very cool cover as well, little wormies. Yeah, this is what the back, more worms. It also has other books that are supposed to be really, really good. I think this was the first horror book that they've ever done. I can tell. Sorry. I hated this book. This book was so bad. I gave it a 1, and I felt like that was very kind of me. And in fact, it was so bad, I'm starting a shelf of shame where this book will permanently be. I haven't decided where I'm going to put it, but this was bad. I hated this book. There's a lot I could talk about without kind of going into a full review. It's a horror book. I know I don't fully read these. I normally skim or like will do the first paragraph. If it catches my eye, I will pick the book up. If it doesn't, I normally don't. And if I had kept reading, I would have known that it was more body horror and that the main character is a transgender man. If you guys don't know, I don't want to read about that, respectfully. I don't. I already know what that body horror is. Like, let's not play that game, right? So I was like, okay, this probably isn't going to be the best book for me. However, but I didn't know that initially. First few pages, content warning, okay. Like this really bizarre, like it's not rape, but it is, right? Like it's just a very bizarre sex throughout the entire book, and it's very gross. The whole book, it also like has this air of like talking about intersectionality, but then also being incredibly misogynistic. It was horrible. And I literally, like, I'm going through, like, waiting for this book to be good, waiting for it to be better, and it never got better. And it was written by a trans person, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, this is not it. Like, I thought it was very poorly written. I thought the story was bad. And what was so crazy is there were so many good, like, interesting plot lines. No, not so many. There was the main plot line could have been so interesting, and you did nothing with it. I don't know if you guys watch like streamers or like YouTubers play video games. I am somebody who does that. I love puppet combo video games. They're really cool and like goofy sometimes. There's a puppet combo game named Feed Me Billy, and if you don't know what that game is, it's essentially like you have this like flesh pit in your room, and you play as Billy, and it's like feed me, and so you go out, you kill people, and you feed this pit. That's what the significance of like these worms are, is it's like a hive that people feed, and you learn about it, and then that's basically relatively it. Like, and I know that there's probably gonna be some people who've read the book and be like, what, actually, that's it. That's like, if that's the horror element you were interested in, which it was for me, it's not mentioned in that manner at all for the rest of the story. It just follows this body horror of this trans guy, and it's bad. It's not done well. I don't think it's tasteful, and I think again it really just kind of starts hating on women rather than talking about being uncomfortable being a woman, if that makes sense. sorry, that was more of a review. I fucking hated this book. Don't get that book. In fact, I dislike this book so bad. I've thought about writing hate mail to this author, and I hate this book. Especially as like a transgender person, like what the fuck is wrong with you? That's it. If you want me to do a full book review, I will, and I will be a lot more mean. The next book I bought, this was a different haul. Okay, so like after I read these books, this was I picked up. Oh my god, I can't fucking speak. It's like 4 in the morning, so I'm just like delusional as fuck right now. I picked up Carmilla by Sheridan LaFondue. I don't know if I'm saying that right, I'm probably not. This is Carmilla. If you guys don't know what the story of Carmilla is, this is the original vampire story. And it says on the cover, it inspired Dracula. It was published 26 years prior. And gay as fuck. It's a sapphic story. And it follows this female vampire, Carmilla, and it was really interesting. I think I rated this, I forget what I rated this, but I think a 3, maybe. 3 or a 4, I don't know. The way that I have things like, so like 5 is like, I'm going out of my way to tell people that it's good. A 4 is like, it's good, I enjoyed it, but it's not anything I'm like pissing over. A 3 is, it was okay. Like, it was okay, like there was something about it I liked. A 2, I didn't really like the book, but there was something I did like about it. And then a 1 is like, fuck this book. So I think I gave this a 3. Like, it was like an okay book, essentially. And I thought what was pretty interesting about the book is that it's written like as the author's like reminiscing in a letter, which is interesting because like you kind of forget that's what's going on, and then you have those moments where it brings you back into like, oh no, this is a letter, like a letter that that you're reading rather than like it's just the story playing out. And I thought that was interesting. But overall, not a bad book at all. Like if you're interested in like a sapphic love story, like a doomed sapphic love story, and interesting to see like what inspired Dracula. Definitely recommend picking this up. It's really short. How many pages? It's 156 pages total. So, although I will say you're not missing anything if you decide not to pick it up, to be honest. Okay, this I didn't buy. I'll show it to you anyway. Actually, no, I won't, because it's not part of the haul. How dare you? The next book I got, this was a different haul again. This is, no, the same haul. Let me shut the fuck up. I don't even know what I'm talking about. This is the Temps by Andrew DeYoung. Oops, right on this. So this book, sorry to yawn like so bad. Okay, so the Temps, this was a pretty okay book. I think I rated this at 4 or 3. I can't remember. Essentially, it is like following like these young like Temps that just started out like a brand new company, essentially. So, well, I think the main character starts, because it follows Jacob, yeah. So this first character, he just starts, and then the same day that he starts, the apocalypse happens, essentially. Like this mystery gas comes down and kills everybody who like was outside, but like in this building, it's like, I don't know, like it has like a air filtering system so it doesn't get in, and they're okay. And only Temps in the whole building like are there. Like everybody else was like outside when it happened, so only the Temps are in this building and still alive. So it's really, really interesting. It's kind of like a satirical type of horror, like it's more commentary than an actual horror book, in my opinion. It was pretty interesting though. It wasn't a bad book. Definitely not a bad read. This is my favorite type of like paper texture though. Like where like the paper feels like soft and fluffy. Not every book feels that way. I like that sound too. It's like crisp. The next book after that was The Exiles by Mason Coyle. Sci-fi horror. I think I'd actually had this on my reading list forever ago and I never did it. It is essentially like the first human group gets sent to Mars, and they're like was supposed to be like a home base there that was like pre-built for them, and like shit's fucked up already, and so it just follows them on like what to do to like get shit working, and then it like kind of builds the suspense, like is there an alien or what, like who is sabotaging, like what's going on. I thought it was very well done. It's a short, very short story, and I think the author actually just recently passed away, which is not sad. But yeah, I definitely thought it was an interesting read. I think this was a 4 or 3 as well. I love this like type of, I love like the bold covers, but you know what's such a bummer? Is once you take the paper jacket off, it's just a bum ass book. Like, I wish they would do both, or like just do like a cool cover on like the actual, you know, hardcover itself, and not do a jacket. Do you guys feel the same way? I just feel like I don't like when I'm reading having the jacket on because it's like slipping and sliding. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Okay. This was more of a recent read. This is The Lamb by Lucy Rose. I think this was, is this a debut novel for her? I don't know. I think it might have been a debut novel. I didn't like this book. This was a 2. 2 teetering on a 1, to be honest with you. This was also a cannibalism book. But, because like what's interesting is like the cannibalism story is much different in this versus the Starving Saints. The Starving Saints, I feel like, is commentary on ownership and loyalty, and there's more to that, right? This one is more like a personal one, like where that one is more of like is it like a societal concept? I'm not verbalizing or articulating what I'm trying to say very well, but I know what I'm trying to say. This is more of like a personal experience with cannibalism. Basically, it follows a girl, Margot, and her mom, who take in what they call strays to their home in the middle of the backwoods, which I thought this was in America, in like Appalachia. It's like in England. I didn't know, no offense, I didn't know y'all had woods. I just thought it was like mainly like flat land and like hilly, like landscapes. I don't know, bitch. I'm American. I didn't get much geography, I'm gonna be real. But essentially, they live like in the middle of nowhere, but also not at the same time, which personally was a big plot hole over me. I didn't like that. But yeah, they have like this burning, like fucking, like weird ass appetite where they eat these people, and they also like, it's like a very like a almost like sexual aspect with it as well. It's very bizarre. This was just like a child abuse, like central, like it just, so much child abuse happened in this book. It wasn't for me. I also felt like it was too long of a novel for the story that they did. Like, it really also talks in like folktale and shit. I don't understand what the folktale is. Maybe there's like some folktale shit going on in England that I'm not aware of. But like, this story, like, I was not glued at all. I really struggled getting through it. I'm literally just giving you a fucking review. Oh my god, I didn't like that book. was kind of, it was like gore, but it wasn't. Like, I just don't think it was incredibly well written. Sorry, Lucy Rose, sorry. But it seemed really cool. The cover looked awesome. This book had been on my reading list for so long. This is The Employees by Olga Ravin. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And this was translated by Martin Atkin. Loved this. I thought this was really cool. It's essentially, it is like following statements given by like employees, and some of them are human, and then some of them are like human android like mixes. They call them humanoids. Very interesting, and I didn't know this till after I read it, but essentially this book, it was inspired by an art gallery or like showing that this author had went and saw, and then she like wrote it based off of like the like sculptures and pieces that were there, which was really interesting. It's a like very much like philosophical horror type of like book, and again it goes through statements, and it's like relatively chronological order, but it's just not like statement 1 and then 2 and then 3. It's, you know what I mean, it's like a little bit jumbled but relatively like chronological. I thought it was really interesting, and again it's a super short read. It's only like 130 like some pages, I think, so I enjoyed that. I think I rated it a 4 or 3. It's so funny, I'm like, it's a 4 or 3. It was an okay book. This is the most recent one that I just finished, and this is Vampires in the Lemon Grove by Karen Russell. And this also had other stories. I didn't know that this had other stories. This had like a big fat clearance sticker like this, so I just thought it was one book. And again, you guys know I don't tend to read the little insert, so I didn't know. Just slapped myself in the face. I think I rated this a 2 or a 3. There was one story that I really liked in this book. I also love the paper texture in this book though, and it smells like an old book too. But there was one story I liked in this entire book. It was the second story, and it is called Reeling for the Empire. And that story, it follows like a girl who essentially like works in a factory with other girls who become like this silkworm human like hybrid. Really interesting. I thought that was really cool, and honestly like a well done short story. Like, it was the only short story that I read that I was like, fuck, I wish this was like a full-length story. Everything else, I just don't think it was for me. And then also I felt like, and I'm not trying to hate, I've never read any of her books. She wrote Swamplandia. I've never read that. I think I've heard about it though. But I felt like she was trying to beat other authors. Like, it really, like in one of the reviews it talks about from a parent influencer such as da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I agree. I could tell that she was absolutely mimicking someone else's writing style, and it wasn't done well. My least favorite story in this is, I think it's like the end of our term. Let's see. The barn at the end of our term. U.S. presidents become horses at the end of their terms. Yep, that's it. And again, I'm very stupid. Definitely could have had a really cool, woke, awesome, interesting points and symbolism. Didn't get there for me, and frankly, I didn't care that it wasn't there for me. I was not interested in getting it. The other stories, though, they weren't really terrible. Like, that one I thought was terrible. I'm sorry, but like, the other ones were more just boring to me, or like they had an interesting aspect, and then she just didn't follow that at all, which kind of was like a bummer because it was like, damn, that would have been really interesting. I felt like the one or two of them had really abrupt endings, and I know it's supposed to be like short stories, but like I felt like instead of just giving it a general open ending, she wanted it to be even more open, but also like not at the same time. And so it made the ending feel like super abrupt rather than it was just like, oh, that's the end of the story. Like, I don't know, I didn't think that was very well done. Could I do better? Probably not, but that was just, I don't know. And then these are the books that I'm about to read that I just recently bought, which I'm so excited for. So this is Honeysuckle by Bar Friedman-Tell. This is so cool. This is what they look like when you buy them from the loft. Almost all books have like a percentage off, like they under like the publisher's pricing, which is nice because you save some money. But this is supposed to be some Welsh mythology, where essentially they made a girl out of like flowers. So I'm like really interested in seeing what this is about. And then I also picked up is it Herculine or Herculine? I don't know. And this is by Grace Byron. I am excited for this. This follows a transgender woman. I know I just kind of shit on reading about transgender people. I thought the premise of the story would overlook that, like, initial discomfort. But essentially, she essentially has, like, something, like, attached to her, like, something supernatural is going on. And it's, like, it seems to be very interesting. And so I bought it because I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to gift it to my best friend who's then going to read it because my best friend was with me, and they said that they'd be interested if it's any good in reading it. So let's see. Book texture check. Paper texture check. It feels pretty good. So I'm excited about these two. I haven't started them yet. I just finished the Vampires in the Lemon Grove, like literally, last Thursday or Friday maybe. So, and I had to push myself through some of that, to be honest. So I don't know which one I'm going to jump into next. Both of them are very exciting looking. Like, I don't know. I think I'm probably going to do Herculine first because I'm like so scared this is going to be bad, like, because it sounds so cool. But yeah, those are the books that I've read so far. Not all of them that I've read. I've read some other ones that I've had kind of like sitting on my shelf that I haven't like messed with. But like, I actually skipped a book that I had down here with me because it wasn't part of a haul. I just had read it. But yeah, I just wanted to share some of the books I got. I don't know how short or long this is, but yeah. And if you guys have any like book recommendations, like, please let me know. I feel like you can really tell that I judge books by its covers because I feel like every book that I've shown you for the most part has like somewhat like visually very interesting like covers. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, those all look really cool. And unfortunately it turns out not to work the best. But, you know, I don't know. I think it's like it builds character, like to read books that you don't like, because then you know, like in the future, what to kind of look out for. I don't know. But yeah, if you're interested in me doing like a more in-depth review on some of these books, I know I definitely went in and gave like a review for some of them because I wasn't super impressed with some. Let me know. I can definitely do it. I feel like this is a very bad like example of me being able to like talk about books or being like very like, dude, I can't fucking speak. I don't know. I'm like tired and it's hot, y'all, so I promise I can speak and read pretty well. I'm just overstimulated and I'm dyslexic as fuck, so just sound dumb as fuck. Which honestly, I'd like to say that I'm a little bit dumb and I'm okay with that. But yeah, if you have any book recommendations, I would love to, you know, hear it, see it, maybe check it out. Because I'm trying to write down some books I'm interested in. Because like the main one that I was waiting on reading was the Employees, and now that I've read it, now I'm kind of like, I don't think I have anything on my to read list that's like I'm like excited like to like find. And mind you, I didn't even know that The Employees was a super short story. I feel like I thought it was gonna be a lot longer, because like when I finally got it delivered to my house, it's like, oh, it's like so tiny. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me ramble and sound insane and illiterate. And yeah, if you are interested in me doing like a review, I will probably do it super soon. I probably want to read like maybe all the books for like oh my god, I can't talk, like for 6 months of the year. So like the first half of the year, this is all that I read, here's my review, and then like the next half of the year later on, and then maybe at the end of the year do like these are my least favorite books of the year,